the wonderful world of Taskmaster. Taskmaster is a British comedy panel show where 5 contestants, normally comedians, compete for a chance at winning the episode and the larger goal of winning the season. Raise the drawbridge, Takeshi's castle. The British are coming and they haven't had their afternoon tea. I'm properly addicted to this show. I just have no one to talk about it with. I can't bring it up with family and friends because they'll think I'm weird, and I can't bring it up on dates because, well, I want a second date. The show is structured in 3 parts. The first part, we get introductions to the contestants and we get the prize task.
The 5 rivals have been asked to bring in the heaviest item that can fit in a shoebox. OK? So whoever brings in the heaviest item that can fit in a shoebox, they'll win the first maximum points of the show. Whoever wins the episode will win 5 shoeboxes full of heavy items.
What heavy item did you bring, and why am I going to give you all the points for it?
Because it's heavy.
Really? What is it?
Melon, innit?
That's right. He could have picked any heavy item and he brought a watermelon. We're off to a great start. Then we get the meat of the show, where we review 3 pre-recorded tasks, which are wonderfully weird. Here's some out-of-context tasks.
Does it start?
How'd you like that?
I like it.
The Taskmaster hands out points based on who completed the task best, and their points go to their episode and season total. Finally, they end things with an in-studio task.
You're not in it! You're not in it! Get in the tent. Get in it. You have to get in it. You're not in it. She's not in the tent.
So, who is the Taskmaster? He's the Conqueror Supreme and the only one with the power to gift points. And the Taskmaster is a big deal. Every season, there's an incredibly beautiful picture of him in this room.
Some pipes. I've never...
No ideas outside?
No.
Make the best picture of...
Contestants even kiss his picture before they complete a task.
Hang on 1 second.
And next to the Taskmaster is the servant jester Alex Horn.
Alex Horn!
And the dynamic between the Taskmaster and Alex is, well, you'll see. Alex has heavy, I'm about to ask for uppies energies about him.
There we are, Alex, 1 down.
That's right, I love you and I love my wife equally.
Much like my Craigslist posts, he willingly seeks to be the sub.
It's technically a portrait, right?
Yes, a portrait is a painting, drawing, photograph or engraving of a person, especially one depicting only the face.
Whoa. I'm bored.
OK. Well, you keep me... I think I'm lucky because you keep me so busy. I have to do all your little jobs. I have to do your laundry and water your plants and clean your legs, and I enjoy it.
Alex views the Taskmaster the way we as a public view Jason Momoa and Lady Dimitrescu.
Uppies. Uppies. We want uppies. We want uppies. We want uppies.
There's clearly a power imbalance here that we're not upset about. This Alex guy is a strange man. He also has a peculiar way with the contestants. He's the referee of sorts during the tasks, and along with his oversight, he has this socially awkward, timid way of interacting with the guests and the camera. I call these instances Alexisms.
Helpful and great. I think that's the...
Good luck.
Let's just do it.
Come here, Alex! I'm gonna get...
He's a clueless jester, that Alex. Heaven knows what's going on up there. The British are weird, like, why do some of them say H and not H?
H. H. Steps guy is H.
Steps.
Yes. Wait, H. He's an H. The steps guy is H. OK, we got H. H. What does that say? Diddy. H is a H. Yeah. H.
What they get wrong in their pronunciation of H, they get right in their daily range of vocabulary. It isn't news that relative to Americans, the Brits have a wider vocabulary, and Taskmaster is another reminder of this.
You're the only person I know who would play a balalaika under a table. He's enjoying playing with the balloon leaves him, and then he becomes fully chumethant. Coquettish fascinator. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I had never heard of 2 of those words before, and the fact that I can learn and laugh gets me very coquettish. I use it right? What's great about this show is that when you read the tasks, it functions as a hook. Like,
high five a 55-year-old, fastest wins, your time starts now.
Get this boulder as far from this place as possible.
You have 1 hour. Your time starts now.
Oh my God. Paint the best picture of a horse.
Boss riding a horse.
when you hear someone is going to paint a horse while riding a horse, you have to watch it. And when you think your TikTok attention span is on the verge of clicking on another video, the next task is...
find out what this gentleman did for a living.
You can ask him any question, but you must whisper at all times.
The gentleman can only nod or shake his head.
Oh, the gentleman can only lie.
You just have to watch. And when you watch a task, you're hooked again, because you have to see how the different personalities complete a task. Let's look at the approach of them, just understanding this particular task, where they have to choose an iPhone ringtone to dance to.
Yeah. Let's have a listen.
Let's go.
I like this. It's cheeky, isn't it? Like baby dinosaurs.
We're really going to hate the song by the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's more like it.
Very Mel.
96.
104.
Now let's take a look at some of the results.
Alex!
Are you not entertained? Now let's take a look at another task where contestants are supposed to guess the potable drinks that are in this water pistol, this cup, this perfume, this balloon, and this tube.
It's a fruit juice. Could be passion fruit.
That smells like lychee fizzy drink.
It's like lychee juice. It smells like onion vinegar.
I don't want to spray this on my wrist.
Now let's take a look at another task.
Make the best noise.
When you are ready to make your noise, you must say, "This is my best noise."
Simple enough. They just gotta make the best noise with whatever is available to them.
This is my best noise.
Let's see what they came up with. Okay, not gonna lie, that was a bit underwhelming. I promise it gets better. This is quite embarrassing. I'm trying to show y'all something cool and the show just keeps taking a poo on me. Okay. That doesn't even... Just play the last one.
Hey, this is my best noise.
Oh. And now I'm tumescent. The contestants, Alex and the Taskmaster, are funny, but other elements of the show make it funny too. Watch this clip.
So here he is. Last but not least, in terms of weight, it's Nish. Kumar.
Incredible. 10 out of 10. Absolutely astonishing. A lot of people aren't chipping a ball into the hoop their first try. This man deserves to celebrate.
Yes!
But then we find out...
You can say it again, if you want, with all the other attempts.
What?
What, mate? What, mate?
I just thought we should see it.
No, we saw the attempt.
We should see it in full.
Done. It's done.
Oh,
Nish
I
Kumar.
cannot wait to see the celebration after that.
It actually took him 52 attempts over 28 minutes, and they purposely edited the segment with his actual attempts later. The editing is the unsung hero of this show. Don't sleep on some of the shot selection as well. The editing is a boost to the already funny contestants. In Taskmaster and other media, a lot of the humor comes from the editing. And if you're interested in the editing for the Taskmaster, one of the editors did an interview on a podcast on the Edit Girls channel. I'll put the link in the description. While watching the show, I kept wondering if there was a US version of this. And after some Googling, I found out that there was a US Taskmaster that unfortunately got canceled after one season. There are tons of opinion videos you can check out on YouTube talking about why it didn't work. But before I give my take, I don't want to fall into the whole US humor isn't funny. US humor is funny too. Taskmaster Season 1 was just a miss for American audiences. I think the US version of Taskmaster would need to adapt better to US sensibilities. Listen to England's Neil deGrasse Tyson as he contrasts both English and US humor.
When it comes to comedy, it's satisfactorily, I think, obvious that the American comic hero is a wisecracker who is above his material and who is above the idiots around him. And the British comic, put it this way, the American comic hero, like John Belushi or someone like that, you know that scene in Animal House where there's a fellow playing folk music on a guitar, and John Belushi picks up the guitar and destroys it. And the cinema loved it because he just smashes it and then waggles his eyebrows at the camera. And everyone says, God, he's so great. Well, a British comedian would want to play the folk singer. We want to play the failure. All the great British comic heroes are people who want life to be better and on whom life craps from a terrible height, and whose sense of dignity is constantly compromised by the world letting them down. They want to wear a tie. They're not quite smart enough to wear an old school tie because they're kind of lower middle class. Their lack of dignity is embarrassing. They are a failure. They are an utter failure.
In the US, we're self-centered and over the top. Taskmaster US, we need to play to that. In British panel shows, no one really acts like the centerpiece. It's a collaborative self-deprecation cipher, with assist after assist and assist. I think American comedians would be too eager to deliver the joke, killing the conversational momentum of a panel show, you know, always opting for the slam dunk rather than the assist. US humor is king first and jester second, while British humor is just jester. What can I say? A lot of us in the US love the idea of being the one. We're at the center of the world. We're always encouraging people to focus on me. Look at me. Follow what I'm doing. It's certainly a weakness of our society. And if you agree, please subscribe to me and share me with your friends. Thank you. We've reached the end of the show, and in Taskmaster fashion, it's time to hand out prizes. I'll be giving out 2 awards today. The first one is for the best contestant fit, and the second is for best contestant. Now, for the best fit award, to clarify, this is what they wore while completing the task. So for our first award, the nominees are Phil Wang, Noah Fielding, Johnny Vegas, Daisy Mae Cooper, and Bridget Christie. The winner is Phil Wang, because of his homage to Bruce Lee and just how he filled in the outfit. Next is my favorite contestant. The nominees are Rod Gilbert, Rose Matafayo, Mel Gedroich, Mawan Rizwan, and Munya Chihuahua.
I've abducted him.
The winner is Mel Gedroich. She's just delightful, and you gotta watch her season to see what I mean. There's just so much to love about the show. Sometimes on purpose, inefficiently is how Alex talks.
That's the equivalent of the ball travelling 52 metres, which is the distance to the moon and back if you're 26 metres away from the moon.
Times.
Mel kept on there for 9 seconds, and it would have been a lot more if you'd been better at it.
Sometimes you hear familiar voices.
So I decided I would bring in a fortune teller, a paper fortune teller, which is just right here.
Just in case the music isn't hammering at home, this guy's like...
I knew I recognized the Too Hot to Handle voice. I wonder what's going on this season. Hey, chill out, buddy, chill out. Oh, it's me. Whatever you do, don't turn the orange around. I can't explain, guys. 2020 was a rough year, even though this was last week. Just don't knock it till you try. While we're on the topic, sometimes Taskmaster can be oddly provocative.
Do you work in a public sector job? The government? The council? NHS? Oh, you're a doctor.
I absolutely love this show. It's incredibly high effort for such a silly thing. The wonderful, strange world of Taskmaster. So what did we learn today? Silliness is alive and well. Sometimes the jester has more power than the king. And oranges make for great companions.
Uppies, give me uppies. Give me uppies.